Hi there, this is Elizabeth Peck, your spiritual guide here in Empaths Healing Through the Higher Self. I wanted to take some time today and talk about something that is very important and that I'm being guided to talk more to you about and to take the conversation a little more deep, and that is forgiveness. Last night I posted a meme in the group about forgiveness, talking about how important it is to forgive. Because forgiveness is not about anyone else. Forgiveness is about you. Forgiveness is about releasing the hurts, the resentments that you are carrying and that are lowering your vibration, that are affecting you, whether you realize it or not. Forgiveness is about taking your power back. Because when you don't forgive, you're allowing someone else to hold power over you. Their actions, their deeds, whatever the situation was, holds power over you when you are hurt and angry and continue to carry that resentment within you. So forgiveness is a choice, and it is a choice that you make for you. It's to liberate yourself from a prison that you hold the key to. It isn't about excusing anyone's behavior or making what they did okay or being nonchalant about really terrible behavior or actions that have been committed. It isn't about that. It's truly about you, about your well-being, about your peace, your joy. That is what forgiveness is about. And so if you don't know how to forgive or you're feeling like it's something that's really difficult, just know that it's okay. It's okay if you don't know how. All you have to do is ask for guidance and ask for help. Just simply say, God, source, creator, I don't know how to forgive. Please help me. Please help me. Because again, it's your willingness. It's your willingness to do so that is important. And once you are willing to forgive, the light will come in to help you. You will be guided in the direction that you need to be guided in so that you can. The post in the group brought up a lot of interest and comments, and there was a question from one of our members. And she mentioned that she's really struggling with forgiveness because she is in the middle of dealing with a situation that is ongoing. And this is something that I see. I see this a lot when there is a divorce situation or a custody battle situation, or really any time that you're in a situation when that is antagonistic, right? There, two opposing wills, two opposing parties. And so, of course, that antagonism brings up anger and frustration. And there's things that are said and done that are hurtful, can be abusive in those situations. And so when one asks this question of how do I forgive when I am in the middle of this, it's a wonderful question and it needs to be answered. And one of our other members had a beautiful response. And one of the things that she said is that you have to stop thinking about it and talking about it in a negative way. And she's absolutely right. And so I want to focus in on this because your power in these situations is in your energy. And energy is your thoughts, your words, your actions. And where you focus your energy is where your power is. And that is the key. So when you are in the middle of any situation that is antagonistic, where there's a problem, where it's one person's will over another's, it is imperative that you realize that your energy is where your power is. You can't change what someone else does, how they think, how they feel. There's very little you can do to control that. Everyone has free will. But you can most certainly change how you feel, how you think, how you speak. And when you do that, the power of that is actually very intense because you are a co-creator of your reality. And this is where your power lies. And so if you're in a situation, it is one of the first things you can do is know that do not talk about it negatively. Do not put focus and energy into reliving and rethinking the negativity of it all, because all that is doing is giving that negativity more power. Think of it like it is a tangled ball, like a mess, right, of negative energy, because you have one party going at another party and there's all of this anger and resentment. So think of it like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to disengage from it. When you start to disengage, you take away the power. And this is something that is the key. So what I offer my clients and I offer to you today is in these situations when you're not actively dealing with the situation, because obviously you are going to need to do that. And there's a way that you'll want to go about that as well. But when you're not in, with that person or dealing with lawyers or dealing with whatever, when you're away from that, your focus is on love. Your focus is on gratitude. Your focus is on how you see things for yourself, how you want them to be, right? What you are grateful for. That is where the focus needs to be. You do not want to call your friends, call your family, post in the groups about the negativity. That is something you do not want to do. You don't want to give it any power. It's like fuel, right? Fueling the fire, we say, right? You don't want to feed that fire. That is the number one thing you do, is you disengage. You stop feeding the fire, okay? And again, not always easy. Why? Because this is a tangled ball of mess that we have in here. There's a lot of anger and a lot of resentment. So it's not always easy to do this. But when you understand the importance, when you understand that all you are doing by continuing to feed it is to make it grow, it makes it a little easier to start to say, okay, this is what I need to do. And again, you just need to ask for help, because the divine support is all around you. The divine support is all around you. And when there are children involved, because I know that so many of these cases and these situations involve children, small children, I don't want you to feel like you don't have power there either. You do. You do. These are your children. Remember that these children chose you. They chose you, right? They choose their mother. They choose their father. They know what they are choosing coming in. So don't feel like there is something that you need to do or have not done, and stop blaming yourself, because I know that that's what's happening too. And this again comes with forgiveness, right? Forgiveness isn't just about forgiving that other person. Whenever you have resentment and anger, if you look a little deeper, you're holding it toward yourself too, and you have to forgive yourself. It sounds kind of weird, but this is what we do, right? We blame ourselves. What could I have done differently, right? What is it that I needed to have done differently? What is it that I needed to not have done, so not to be in this situation, to not put my kids in this situation? And you beat yourself up, and that's all there too, and you're carrying it all in your field too. And you have to forgive yourself too. This is so important. You've done the best you could, right? We do better when we know better. The kids are going to be okay. This is part of their journey. We all have a journey, and we chose. Remember, it's not always easy, but remember, we chose it. We chose it coming in. We knew who our parents were going to be. We came in to have growth, to expand. This is for our soul's ascension and expansion. So with your kids, stop blaming yourself. Be the light for them, because that is how you parent them the best way, is by example, by showing them the light. You heal. You heal yourself. You release what you need to let go of. And that makes you shine brightly. And that is the best way that you can parent them and show them the way as well. So I hope that this helps. I hope that this is something that is really resonating with you, because there's so much to forgiveness, and it's such an important thing to let go, to forgive others, because what's going on with them is going on with them. And people who are abusive, who we look at as negative in our lives, they're our biggest teachers. They really are. They were there for a reason, and if they're still there for a reason. And it's not always easy, but it's necessary in this moment to move through it. And the guidance is there, the divine support is there to help you. So don't lose faith and don't lose hope. You have the power to master your mind, master your thoughts. You can do this. And you can make an incredible shift in your life by doing so. I'm here to support you. Know that if you're ready to move forward, if you're ready to get deeper into what's needed for your own personal healing, just private message me. We'll schedule a complimentary discovery call, see if we're a good fit to work together, and get you moving in that direction, because you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. Much love to all of you. I hope that this has been helpful. Post any questions or comments that you have. See you in the group.